Hey guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Come on in. I'm excited to be with you today for our happy hour fun. So guys, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm getting this pulled up on the iPad so I can see your comments. Hello guys. I can see little eyeballs popping on. Let me know you're here. It's always so fun. I've missed you guys. Haven't been live in a few. Ooh. I was live on Tuesday a couple of times. Wait, was it Tuesday? Hold on, Monday. I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. Hello, Dana. How are you? Have you started yet? I've been curious to know when your first day is. Hi, Sheila. Hello, Becca. I know I've missed you guys too. I don't like not going live. So I'm super happy to be here. I actually did my hair and makeup today because I have been lazy the last couple of days. Hi, Donna. Yes, Shelly. You guys, I'm so glad my VIP friends coming in. Come on and let me know you're here. Hi, Veronica. Let's see if I missed people up at the front. Hi, Valerie and Anna. I'm glad you're here, Anna. I'm glad you can steal away a little time. Guys, this is, one of those things. Come in, grab a little time with us. If you can't stay the whole time, that's okay. Hopefully, something here, me or somebody in the comments, can lift your spirits a little bit, give you a little inspiration, something you can paint. April, yay! So happy when you pop in. April's my almost daughter-in-law, okay? So she's like, I don't know, I hate calling her my son's girlfriend every time, but that's what she is. We love her. She's like family. So, hello, April. Pray for Florida. I know, Veronica, I have, and I'm so sick of that. I just hate that y'all are getting hit again. So please, friends, if you're on here and you're a person that prays, pray for all these people that are getting it again. Please pray it'll dissipate and not be as bad as they think. Hello, Luanna. Hi, Linda. Leanne. I'm sure I've missed some of you as you came in. Good, Dana. I am so glad we got a chat. I want to hear all this stuff. You got your kit, Patty. Awesome. Patty's talking about our cardinal kit. I had to go grab mine because I had it in the other room. And so y'all, as you are doing your tutorials, please post your pictures. I've already seen a couple. They're gorgeous. But this is what she's talking about. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to my page or my website, excuse me, and you can see the class is $10 to learn how to paint this tutorial start to finish. And if you want to learn the resin and glass, it's included. So all of that is $10, extremely comprehensive. Once you take this class, you will be able to do this. You'll be able to paint and do the glass and resin, okay? So it's a great class if you're considering it. If you're new to painting or to glass art, it'd be a good one for you. So if you've taken the class, let us know what you think. Okay, guys, let's see. Oh, thanks, Dana. North Carolina. Yeah, let me know. It's fixing to hit Florida. I'm so sorry, guys. I just wish that that we could do something about it. We're just prayers is all we can do, but that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. Thank you, Brenda, for sprinkling. Thank you, Sheila. If you didn't get your tracking, let me know and I can get it for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to do another ornament. I'm going to show you. I almost did it on a canvas, but I just love the size of these. They're fantastic. It's a large 5-inch size, so it's almost as big as the canvas I use for my 6-inch. Does it, Luanna? I know, that's no fun. I'm so sorry, but it's like a necessary, Oh, thank you, Mindy. Guys, keep commenting. If I'm not seeing it right this second, I promise I will. So I've already taken a little sanding block and just kind of went over the edges to make sure there weren't any rough ones, because even though they come sanded, there might be just a little bit that needs just a little touch. I am going to use this today. It definitely helps. Last time I was kind of like in a hurry, thought I didn't want to mess with it. It really does make a difference, so I am going to use it. Oh, Brooke, thank you. This is what I look like if I actually put a little effort in and do my makeup and do my hair. And some days you just need to feel better. And so I was hoping that would give me a little perk. When you work at home, And I love having my hair pulled back or under a cap. So you just kind of like, you know, here's my little sketch, guys. Here's my sketch, my sneak peek of what we're doing. I know it's very silly, but I was just like, you know, I always want something kind of easy that won't take a long time that you guys can do. These are going to be so fantastic to do in batches. So like if you have an event to go to and you need to take 10 of these, or you have coworkers and you need to give 5 of them, or, you know, things like that, these little projects are perfect because they're not expensive, but they're really cute. And anything hand painted, y'all, you know, anything hand painted people love. So I'm getting the sides as well as the top with this sealer. Now, y'all, it looks a lot like a liquidy Mod Podge, I guess, or Duraclear if you've ever used that. This is made specifically to seal the item that you're using before painting. And it's also specifically to use with acrylic paint. So that's why I like this. It goes perfectly with my Deco Art paint because it's a Deco Art product. But you can use, you know, anything. You can use chalk paint. You can use another sealer that you own. You can use Mod Podge. You know, all of those will work. This is just my go-to, my favorite. Hi, Lita. I'm glad you're here from Jacksonville. Hi, Omi. Brenda, thank you for the stars. Y'all, we haven't had a stars party in forever. I don't know what, you know, well, I mean, I know I haven't been live in a couple of days, but I mean, even before that. So I don't know if I'm getting, you know, I don't know what happens or why they don't let us. But you're all in for ornaments. Good, Anna. I'm so glad. The 5-inch round, I'm actually selling these, so if you're interested, let me know. I really just need to put them on my website. But what I do is I put these in my kits, so I don't sell them separately, but you can get them so many places. Amazon, any of the craft stores, Etsy, you know, all the places. I'm going to hit this with my heat gun. I typically will do a bunch of these at once and then just let them dry and go do something else. But I'm going to hit this with a heat gun real quick. Thank you for sprinkling. That will help. And I hate to ask for, I don't want to ask, but I do want to ask for hearts because that does help. When you guys heart or comment, all that stuff just helps our pages. So thank you in advance. And I guess I'm not too proud to beg. Is that the phrase they use? Not too proud to beg. How thick is the board? This is a 1/4 inch. So it's a, you know, pretty good. And it's 5 inches, Mickey. 5 inches. How are you, Mickey? I love seeing my VIP friends in here. 12 Oaks Gardens and Creations. Doesn't that sound like a nice, that just sounds like a fancy place. Glad you're here. And are you Kathy? Okay, Kathy Tatum. Awesome. And guys, if you are new to me, my name is Deb Brown. I own Art and Grace, and I'm here in South Fort Worth, Texas, of course. And glad you're here. You are among friends when you're here, because even if you don't know someone or don't know anyone here, the people who follow me are so kind. And they will, you know, if you have a question, they'll answer you. Dana's one of my, Dana, Shelly, lots of them, Christy, that will just, you know, if you have a question and I'm not seeing it, Brooke, they all will just jump in and answer and help me. So you're not ever alone when you're here. You are with your friends, which is a cool thing that we can have friendships online, but we can. I don't have a cattle ranch, have never been, like, I wish I was that person. I think it's the coolest thing to grow up in Texas and be like a ranch hand, not hand, but, you know, like live on a ranch or have a farm. No, that's just my dream. I wish that we could have a farm, but no. No, we've always been in suburbs, and actually, we lived in West Texas, and I consider that the country. And then we lived in a place in Oklahoma that was country, but no ranch or anything like that. I love horses. Never owned one, but I've ridden them a lot. It is Christy. It's so, hi Sue. Thank you, Luanna, for sprinkling. You guys, I appreciate you so much. Chris Katz, glad to see you, and you're from Michigan. Yes, glad you're here. Hi, Allison. Oh, thank you, Mickey. Man, this is the best my back has been. I'm very happy, and of course, I'm just going to do this one live and then go. You just can't. It's really frustrating, but you just have to baby it so much, and so it's exhausting to baby it like that, but that's what I do. Thank y'all for the hearts. Y'all are so sweet. I bet you can see my mess. Can you? I have so much stuff down there. I can't tell if you can see it. Yeah, you can. See that little cat sticking out? That's kind of off to the corner, but that's okay. I just don't have enough space. I need shelves to put everything. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate you for sprinkling. Aw, thanks, Angela. You're sweet. Okay, so we've got it good and sealed. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see that at all, but it does give you a nice sealed, smooth surface. I am going to let this cool off a second while I pick my colors. What I'm going to do, y'all, so many people have bought this, what do you call it? Y'all probably can see even more now, can't you? I'm just showing all my mess back there, but I want to be sure y'all can see. So many people have bought that little cardinal kit, so if you didn't see it, this is it. And all of the colors in here, I'm going to use on this ornament because in the kit you always get extra. And I told them during the tutorial, I was saying, y'all just, all you have to do is when you get, let me see if I have one handy. Okay, so here it is. This is one of the little paint packets. So when you get one, if you will just clip it right here on the edge, take your scissors and just do a little thing right there and squirt it out, then all you have to do is put a little piece of tape over that and save the rest. Because if you watch me, I don't waste, I save it all. So anyway, I'm going to use these colors on the only thing I am adding a little yellow just for my wreath, but you could just use white. And I'm just going to kind of give you another option, something you can use those colors with. And these are all basic colors that you'll have if you like to paint. Okay, let me pull my chair up a little bit because I can tell if I don't do my back just a certain way, it will start hurting. Okay, oh, and the blue. Let's do the black background in blue. Because like I said, I'm going to use these colors and show y'all a little. Ooh, I did forget. Okay, shh. I don't do this often, but I always feel really guilty when I pour bottled water in there. That is such a waste. Such a terrible waste. Okay, here we go. Hi, Marion, or Marie. I'm so glad you're here. I love seeing you guys popping in, and I'm sorry. Tarita, did you get a tracking or no? Because if you didn't, I will send you the email or the tracking number or whatever. You may not have got your email, or it may have gone to junk, or who knows what. So I am just going to put down this blue as our base, and we'll paint right over it. Did you guys see the Santa one that I just did? And that is in the other room as well, because I always take things in there to take a picture of it and then just leave it. I forget to bring it back. Kind of hangs out there for a few days. And so using that sealer will help save your paint, but it's not a deal breaker if you don't. It'll just go down into the wood and you'll have to put more paint than you should. So some wood is way more porous than others. You guys be patient with me because it is really, really hard to do all of the shipping. Like, I fill all the paint packets and fill the resin bottles and make the boxes. They come in flat, and just all the things, print everything out, stick it to the label, all the stuff. So I'm not like Amazon, and so when you order, bear with me. It may take a week to get it, but I hope that it's worth the wait. I hope that you love it. I hope that you It's everything you thought it was going to be and all of the things. And I actually did, if somebody orders something and it takes me longer than it should, I always put something in there, like a little Happy Meal. Just kind of, I don't even say anything, I just stick it in there because y'all are patient. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Christy. Tray out of wood, would it be better to seal before? Yes. So, Lita, yes. I always seal. So, I do a lot of Lazy Susans, or I don't know what, turntables, and they're wood, and I always seal a really two full coats before I paint. It's gonna make your paint do better. It's gonna make your wood, stay nice and not just soak up the paint. It just does better and will help your paint last longer. So, especially if it's something that's getting used a lot or you're putting outside. Some things like this is not as important because, it's just gonna either hang on a tree or hang on a wall and it's not that big of a deal. But for anything that you're gonna sell or give away, I would base coat it with a good sealer. Oh, we're having a stars party? Y'all probably did that. Y'all probably, I don't know I never understand what happens, how they happen, but thank you. I think sometimes they'll say, do you want to make a stars party? So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it very, very much. I just want Facebook to be good to me is all. I want them to, show my videos and let people know when I'm live. I've noticed though that sometimes, when you think, I haven't seen so-and-so in a while. Well, that happened and she actually said something to me and I went and looked and I was still following, but my notifications were like, just back to the basic where it was like only highlighted post or something. So I had to fix those. So I should start seeing her. But, I don't know, glitches in the system. So you just kind of have to check every now and then and be sure you're still following your people and notifications are on and all the things. Did y'all get the telegram? Man, that was quick. I was going to try to put in like, hey, say this code word and I'll send out Happy Meal, and I didn't even have time. I was running late. So thank you, Teresa. Hi, Shayna. How are you, girl? Good to see you. What's going on in your world? Well, Dee, I'm glad you're here from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Oh, good, Allison. You did a great job. Listen, sometimes it just amazes me. People who are afraid to paint or think they don't paint well, whatever, they do so well. So give it a try. This is one of those lessons, and the only reason that I every now and then will charge for some is because I'm going to go in to very much detail. It's not like a live. I'm not hurried. I'm not looking at comments a lot. I'm not distracted. I mean, I sit and teach everything step by step. Well, thank you, Crystal. You too. I'm glad you're here. And Dee, you got the telegram? Yeah, exactly, Lori. How are you, by the way? It's so true. My little cruising friend. Okay, so now we're going to take a round brush. I'm going to look around and see what I have here handy. So I'm going to use this one probably. It is a 8 round. That's a little large. Oh, here's one. This is a 6. That's better. That's a 6 round. We'll go with that because this is a good size canvas. So I'm going to go into my green. This is what was in the Cardinal kit, and load this brush up with that green. I teach how to load the brushes. I teach all of it. It's very comprehensive. Sell the cards you paint on. Connie, I don't. Anytime you buy a kit from me, they're in there. They're a little pricey. I keep saying I'm going to have some made. I can make them cheaper, and then I would sell them really cheap to you guys just for fun because they are nice. They are really nice, and I reuse them until they're just so ugly I don't want to see it anymore. So I'm loading up with my green, and then I'm going to touch my white, and we're just going to kind of, now you can trace something if you want a really nice clean circle, which I don't know, do I? I'm trying to see if I have something handy. By the way, Y'all have anything you're drinking? Not my favorite. It's mint tea. But it's, I don't want to dump all that out. We're just going to go for it. You know, but you can trace something to get a nice clean circle. But we're going to kind of go for it. So first of all, I'm going to kind of draw my circle. So, you know, you can see that I'm not being neat. I'm just getting a circle on here because we're going to obviously fill it in. So y'all let me know, does that look somewhat kind of symmetrical and even? Let's see. Let's see. Not the worst thing, and I think once we get our leaves on there, it'll be okay. Okay, so now if somebody tunes in right now, they're going to go, oh man, this lady. Always think that. Those are the good. Cynthia, I don't remember what I gave you off the top of my head. Did you get a pack? If you got a little pack of brushes and I don't have any handy, that means that I was a little late in sending your kit and I gave you a pack of brushes. But hi Arlene, thank you guys. Oh good, Vicky, I'm glad you're here. You got water and then coffee and Pepsi. Thank you for the stars. Hi Tony, I'm feeling better. You can always tell because I'm just like, yes, I'm back. I'm always just like so happy to be better. Okay, so green with a little white, and we're just gonna kind of start getting this filled out. I want kind of a base down, and I'm just gonna kind of go between these two. Ooh, that was big. That was a big swap. Now I've got to make my wreath a little bigger to kind of cover. But I'm gonna kind of make this larger circle. Now, yeah, I've definitely got to expand it since I did that. But no big deal, no accidents are an issue. You can just work with it. And honestly, that's good to kind of fill it more, you know? Kind of make our wreath a little larger. And listen, so bear with me. If you follow me all the time, you've heard me say this. But for anybody new, I do not shy away from mistakes. I will show you right here. I don't try to cover it up. I don't try to act like I meant to. I just tell you, my art will have mistakes. Your art will have some mistakes. Even the best artists have mistakes. And it's, for me, a good reminder that it's okay to be imperfect. We're imperfect people. Our art can be imperfect. And just roll with it and have fun with it. Use art to relax, you know. And again, I'm not a fine artist, so I don't feel bad in teaching this way. You know, anybody who wants fine art isn't going to be watching me. So people that are here are usually here to use art for relaxation, for the community that we have, and all that. Okay, so we kind of got a good wreath circle. Now I'm going to go into that green, touch into the white, and start adding my leaves. So just green and white, and I'm going to do them very random. Green and white. I like them kind of thick, so you see I'm using more paint than I usually do. But just kind of like a little football shape. But if you're using a round brush, it's going to do the work for you. You know, it really is. You're just, let me do it a little slower. So you're pressing down, kind of, then come back up. So put down, press, and then lift up to come together. Hope y'all can see that. But we're just doing it quick because it doesn't matter. You know, we're going to do a lot of these, so you don't need to go slow. Acrylic paint likes a lot of layers. It looks better with a lot. That's why we say we're not done. You know, trust the process. We're going to go through and do several layers. And it'll be cute in the end. Do y'all trust the process? I say that a lot. That's exactly right, Patty. Nobody's perfect. Thank you, Leanne, for the stars. No art accidents on this station. Oh, thanks, Gloria. Me too. Oh, okay. Thank you, Patty. Wish I could just sit and chit chat with you guys, but y'all can chit chat with me and I'll see it when I'm done. And if for any reason, because you've probably heard other creators say, we don't always see all your comments. Sometimes I will go through and read every comment, and then I'll come back through like later to see if anything else had happened, and I'll see something I didn't see, and it was there because I can tell by the time, but I didn't see it the first time. So I think sometimes there's just, who knows, glitches or whatever. So if I don't answer you and you've asked me a question or you need help with something, just ask me again. Okay, so I've kind of made the round with these little football shapes. Hope y'all can see. And now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do green and yellow. So I've got the green on my brush, and we're going to tap back into a little yellow. I'm not going to do as much. I'm going to try this little bit and see how that looks. And it does need more. But we're going to get a different, shade of green going. And I'm just kind of doing these random kind of in between, so I just kind of hit some other spots with it. Doesn't matter what yellow or what green, use what you have. And you're just wanting some variety because it makes it more interesting. And, as light hits things, it's going to look different. So, you like it? Thank you. It's so easy. It is, Crystal. These are so relaxing. And y'all, I'm telling you, if you give this as a gift, people will love it. And, of course, you can paint this on a canvas, any kind of piece of wood that you have. When you go to Dollar Tree and you see some little piece of decor that's on wood and it's about 5 inches, you can grab that thing up, sand it, and paint right on it, or take off what's on it. Sometimes there's like a piece of paper they've kind of decoupaged on. You can peel that off, sand it, and then paint on it. So, you do need the sealer, but you can definitely make some cute little gifts very inexpensively with just a little paint. I have an Amazon website, or Amazon storefront they call it, where I have all my art favorites saved, and you can see the brushes that I like and the just different paints that I use. And so if that would help anybody, I've got that. And y'all, please tell me that you have seen my event, the the Christmas with Friends. It's going to be inside the Art and Craft Showcase this Saturday. So hopefully, if you're following me, you have seen that on my page. It's going to be so good. We have 16 fabulous creatives. Y'all, I've lost sleep. Maybe not really physically, but it took me forever to finally bite the bullet and send out, who's going to be in it, because there's so many people that I want to be in it, but I only have 16 spots. So this by no means is like the best of I'm not trying to say that at all. This is just some friends that have had me in their events, and they follow me on my page and chit chat with me or message me a lot, things like that. We just kind of rotate our friends and I do. That's how I do it. I kind of try to rotate and have different people each time and bring you guys, but they're all people you will love. And everybody's getting ready. We chit chat in the comments, so I know everybody's excited to be here and bring you some good Christmas ideas. So anyway, that's this Saturday from 9 to 9. I'll begin the day, and I'll tell you, since you're here with me live, who's going to close the day is Chris Hunter. So I haven't posted the schedule yet. There's with our yellow. Can y'all see the difference? Or can you see the little bits of yellow in here? But it's going to be a good day with lots of great creatives. And It is all of the presenters will be going live on their own pages, and then I share it into my group, which is the Art and Craft Showcase. So the videos will be all housed there, and you can, if you want to get in that group and just stay there all day, that way you don't have to go from one to one and keep hitting refresh a million times and hope that you're on the right creator, and then you find out, well, somebody was sick and couldn't be there, and so now, well, what page do I go to? It's a hassle. So if you want to just come get in the group, it's a free group, then you can watch everybody there, or I will post the schedule Saturday morning and you can kind of follow along to each page. Oh, thanks. I am glad you like it, Tony. Skypeo Center, New York. Sandy, awesome. Glad you're here. Oh, good, Mary Beth. You'll get a little notification if you mark going. Listen, guys, you can mark going even if you're not going. It will help me and help the Facebook to say, oh, good, she's got an event that people like. But the main reason is it will give you a reminder. So if you're out and about and you're like, oh, I think I'm going to go home, and you see that we're starting our event or somebody's coming on, then you might want to rush home or something, It's just kind of nice to get the reminders. I like it. Sometimes we forget. We want to watch something and we forget. So I was going to grab my black. I don't find it, but look how dark that's what I thought was black, but it's midnight green. So I'm going to grab that and put a little of that on my palette, and we're going to add a little darkness in here. And I think I'm going to use a little bit smaller, if I have one handy. A smaller round brush. This is pretty small. Let's see what this is. This is a 3. The name of the event is Christmas with Friends. And so basically, we're your friends, y'all are our friends. The people that I hang out with, we don't consider our pages, like we don't consider y'all followers. None of us like that word. We consider you guys truly are our friends. We get to know you. We may not know exactly what you look like because all we're seeing is a little profile picture, but we definitely, we know who you are. We appreciate you being here, and we totally consider you guys our friends. And so that's why I named it that, because we just want to hang out with you guys and show you some of the new stuff we're doing, and hopefully you'll come and hang out with us. We just love what we do. We love giving you guys some inspiration. It's mainly just fun hanging in the comments, isn't it? So I'll be in the comments all day. Yes, we are family for sure. Hi, Nelda. Christmas with Friends. Thanks, Christy. And the group is Art and Craft Showcase. I should have put that in here as a link, but go to my page. Well, you're on my page probably. So, but Art and Grace, if you go to the events tab, you'll see the event. And probably pinned to the top of my page, I probably have a post. I try to do that. So you see, I'm just adding the regular green. I'm calling it regular, the medium color green, and the dark green, and just going back randomly. I'm not trying to, as you can see, hopefully I'm just getting it on here. I'm not worried about where or if there's, oh, well, there's something right next to it. I don't even care. I'm just getting it on here because in the end, it all comes together cute. And I'm kind of adding more of this just because I like the darkness. And, in a real wreath, your leaves are all going to be all over each other. So you just don't have to try to make it perfect or anything. We have a couple of, I always try to get to know new people, new to me. Now, y'all may know some of the people that are going to be presenting, but they're new to me. And so I always try to bring in a couple of new people, and so I'm excited about that. Oh, Brenda, that's so great. I'm so glad y'all feel that way, because every now and then I feel almost like embarrassed to say that. Like, I know people who don't do this and don't hang out here don't understand. They're like, well, they're not really your friends. And I'm like, yes, they are. I'll fight you over it too, because they are. So Anyway, you know, if you know, you know, and if you don't, that's okay. You know, this world isn't, the way we do things here isn't for everybody, but it's for us, and we love and appreciate you guys and just like sharing what we do. Okay, I'm trying to decide when's when because I really, you know, I like the dark. I think I may add more. I just really like the dark. What do y'all think? Hi, Linda. Linda, I need to know, when is your move date? I have asked you before, but I don't think you've seen my question, so I want to know what date or about. We had a check-in in my VIP group today where I'll make a post every now and then and have everybody kind of check in and tell me what's going on in their world, because we're like family in there, and if things, you know, if I don't feel like I have a grasp on how is somebody or how's this going, you know, I'll kind of do that every now and then. How's that looking, y'all? I can tell that it's not totally right, but you know, doing this upside down just isn't really, you know, gonna be totally as good as you'll do it when you do one. Oh, thank you, Erlene. You are, Cynthia. You're amazing. You to get so much done for as much as you have going on in your world. It baffles my mind. And Carrie is another one that some people can, and Christy, I mean, I'm thinking of more and more. Some people can just get so much done. And isn't that the joy? Like when you don't overthink your art and you just do it, you just get in there and do it, it becomes so fun and brings a lot of joy. Okay, we're going to call that okay, even though it's probably not exactly symmetrical, you know what I'm saying? But I think it looks okay. And I'm going to put a bow. It's why I'm leaving, you know, quite a bit in the middle here for my big bow. Okay. Clean off your brush and your paper towel, and it won't make your water so green or whatever color you have on it. Thank you. Yeah, good. I know, Crystal, I see you around. Yes. All different. It's like your friend group or your church family. You know, everybody's different. Sometimes you don't agree with everything about one person. Sometimes somebody gets on your nerves. That's okay. We're different. We're all valuable and we're all worthy. We're just all different. So, what I always think is, you know, if somebody, I think I have an eyelash, but if somebody, let's say that somebody gets on your nerves, think about this. Think about their husband, their mother, their children, their grandchildren, and you think about how much that person is loved. So we're just seeing a little glimpse of who they are online or whatever. So try to have grace with us, with people in general, because it is really, hold on. I've never had to stop and get an eyelash out. I could feel it. I think I'm okay. There's something about this side that is not right for me. What are y'all thinking? Yes, I've heard things like that, Brenda, but those aren't my people because I can't relate. I can't relate to that, so I just don't get it. But everybody's different. You know, that's clearly a business and not anything more. Y'all, I'm showing y'all my mess back here. So, okay, I'm still going to just leave it be because I don't want to overfuss it and stuff. Let's do some ornaments. I've got my red, so we're going to do our red. Our green will be, fine for our, like, underpainting part. Yeah. I just have something in my eye. I know y'all probably can't see it, but I could feel it. And now it's just watery. Okay, so here's my top. I'm going to find a spot and just do some little round ornaments. Okay, let me think about my bow. So let's start about here. So just a little round circle for now. And we'll do several of these. Let me see, I might make it a little bigger. I also pulled out these little kind of glass or acrylic ornaments that I have, because I thought if I could, you know, cut these in half, wouldn't that be cute to put on here? But I think I'll just break it trying to cut it in half. But if I was going to do glass art on this, that's what I would do. I would put some crushed glass, and then I would set these on top of that crushed glass. It'd be super cute. So that's an option. And you may come back another day and I will have done that. Aw, yeah, Cynthia, you should. You so should. Yep, we'll have you in one of my events. If you happen to be watching, or you come along later and you are a creative business owner and you have never been in an event, or you don't know how to be in an event, or you might want to be in an event, just message me sometime, because I need to get a good list going for, let me think, I'm trying to think and not get this, I don't want it too matchy, but I want to make room for my bow. Sorry. I'm going to kind of figure out where my bow's going to be. Like so. How's that? Let's just turn it around. How about that? Not terrible. I think I want this a little bit different here. Hold, please. Sometimes I just need to turn this toward me, because doing it backwards just doesn't work. Okay. Once I know where that is, then I can figure out where to put this. I wanted it not exactly even with that. Hold, please. Hi, Deb. I don't think I've said hi to you. How are you today? You guys let me know how you're doing. These red ones are going to take a while to dry because I'm putting a lot of paint on. You can use premium paint, but I wanted to use what is in these packets because you guys are going to have extra if you bought the kit. And guys, the kits are not expensive. I know that it seems a little pricey sometimes when you buy them, but trust me, the supplies you're getting, it just is what it is. But if you're a VIP, they get a big discount. I really wanted people to paint this, and I think it's just so good for Christmas. So they got a good discount. So if you've considered being in a group, like this, like where we learn painting and we hang out and talk and we care about each other, there are lots of benefits to being in a group. And I'd love to, we would love to have you. So some of that ribbon, or the bow, can kind of come off our page even. I really like doing that. And if I had thought I could have not done all that, I don't know why I did all the leaves there, but that's okay. I didn't really have to, since I'm covering them up with a bow. Just kind of getting the shape of it on, and then we'll do some more to it. Oh, bless you, Arlene. I bet that hurts to do them. Oh, thank you, Deb. I sure think so. Is Teresa on? Hi, Teresa. Man, I get intimidated when you come on. Okay, I'm going to end this live now. No. Teresa's so good. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this toward me a second, because I know this bow needs to get cleaned up a little. Let me just turn it this way and kind of be sure that it's somewhat even, and I'll turn it back toward you guys. And once, in fact, I'll put it down so you might can see. Just kind of want to, sizing, be sure they're about the same. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, thanks, Luanna. Oh, Jeanette, I'm so sorry. Oh, God bless you. That's got to be so hard. Sometimes I think about my kids and at that age, and being there for each other. Oh, it just you've had him all your life, and it's so hard. I know. I'm so sorry, Teresa. Thank you. Thank you so much. But you're such a careful, neat painter. We're just different. I'm just whimsical, and I kind of go in crazy and fast, and but so when I watch you, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I should slow down and paint nice and neat. But girls, there's room for all of us. That's what I know. I love that we're all different, and we all, support each other. And we're going to come back in and do some shading in a minute, but I just want to get the base color on. I probably am not going to stick to my chalk lines. I'm going to kind of go with my gut here and let's see what I think as I go. Y'all see me getting slower? I think I'm actually like, okay, Teresa's on. I've got to take care here. And I'm glad you're here, Teresa. Don't leave. I just... Yes, prayers for Jeanette, guys. Oh, Teresa. But that's again why we need each of it, Oops, I'm using green. Let me grab a little black. Hold on. This eye is still giving me a little bit of something in there for sure. Probably a speck of mascara is what it is, because I haven't worn mascara in days. It's probably freaking out. Don't y'all wish we could just wake up with dark, I don't even care if they're really long. I just want, where you can see my eyelashes. That'd be so nice. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of black, because that's in the kit. And you can use black. Make a little pile of your red with some black. Make another pile with your red. And there you go. You've got, your highlight and your shading. And I'm going to start here. So when you look at the bow, there's going to be a little, you know, that little part where you see down in there. And that's what this is. I think I need a little more red. Oh, you can't wear it, Patty? Well, I'm clearly not wearing it very good. Actually, this is brand new mascara to me. Maybe I'm allergic to it because my daughter gave it to me. She got it in a kit and she had one, didn't need it. So this is the first time I've ever used it. So now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's got a little piece in there and I'm not, you know, it's just not, something's wrong with it or, you know, allergic kind of thing. Okay. Darken it up a little bit so we can get this in here darker. Like you're seeing the inside of the loop. Okay. And I'm not really going to worry about cleaning off my brush too much. I'm just going to wipe it and then come back in and get another coat of our red over here. Y'all still there? Okay, that scared me for a second because there's literally not been a comment. And I was like, wait, are we still live? Wouldn't that be awful if I'm just painting, talking, and nobody's there? I bet that's happened to somebody. You're watching, okay. It just, you know, it kind of gets quiet and you're like, Is anybody putting up their tree early? I asked the other day and I really didn't see, I mean, maybe a couple, but I don't know, y'all. I'm so ready. Okay, then I'm going to take just a tiny bit of black on my brush and just kind of come in here right there in the center of that O. So kind of giving it like a little rough outline and then darkening up that center right there. You can definitely turn your canvas or whatever you're painting on. Turn it, get it to where it's comfortable. You know, don't get a neck crick and all that. You can turn it however you want to. There's nothing that says you have to use an easel or that you have to, you know, paint a certain way. Especially if you are painting anything more difficult, then you will be in a position for a long time and you don't want to hurt your neck or back. So get a lazy Susan or just flip it like I do a lot. Okay. Did she, Jennifer? My 26-year-old daughter did too. She was just like me. Sometimes I think we're like the same person. We're very similar. Similar, but yet different in a lot of ways too. Easy peasy, guys. This would be such a sweet little thing to give neighbors, friends, Sunday school teachers, or... Ooh, I just got a bunch of black on my brush. No, she doesn't. Now, if she does something, she's good at it. So, like when we have a pumpkin carving contest or a cookie decorating contest, she's really good. So I know that and she did make a wreath with me a few times. So she's made some wreaths on her own, by herself. And they were great, but she doesn't like to. Let's just, she's just not. She is, and says it proudly, I'd way rather buy it than make it. When I'm totally the opposite. I'm why they make that thing that says, gosh, this eye, y'all, that says, why buy it, or why buy it when you can make it for, $237 in supplies. That's kind of, I'd much rather make it. Oh, Mary Beth, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. We're going to put some little caps on those ornaments. I'm trying to decide if I want to make my wreath or my ribbon wider or clean that up, what little, kind of mess I made there. But you know me, I should just be called the imperfect painter, because my stuff, I just do it for fun and relaxation, and it's okay to not be perfect. And that's why I also said earlier, even before Teresa got on, I'm not for everybody, because some people do want to learn fine art. And so that's when you go and you learn from her. But if you're just, wanting to have fun and relax, then maybe you can tolerate me. Let's see, how's that looking? Okay, so now let's put a little bit of highlight on here. Oh no, Cheryl! Oh no! Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Hi, Rula. How are you? Okay, so I'm going to touch into my white and we're going to start some caps on our little ornaments. And I'm going to have some, not going exactly the same way. So this one will be a little slanted. Maybe this one coming this way. And, I'm using a pretty small round brush, but you can switch to a detail brush, and it would do even better. And let's see if I have one handy. This is my current favorite right now. It's Jenny Q, and I have them on my Amazon store if you are interested, but they come in a big set for like $10. They're cheap, and they work really, really well. So I love these brushes. A couple of ladies in my group have them also, and they like them. So it's a great price, and you get like 10 brushes or something crazy. So you guys, did y'all see Debbie got married? So happy for them. And she looked so pretty. Beautiful backyard. My gosh, so fun. And then, in your kit, just take your black and white and make a little silver. I'm trying not to touch the green I've got in my white here. And I think I'm going to switch to my detail brush. Hold, please. Get a little clean white. Yes, Mary Beth, do you not follow Teresa? I wish I had more time to sit and watch. You can learn a lot from watching. But we're all so busy. We usually can just maybe pop in and pop out. Okay, so now let's take a little black, mix with our white. Oh my gosh, I'm using that green. That's why I was like, it's got a green tint, y'all. It's because it's green. I was like, I don't like that. Nut. Oh, y'all. Let's use the glitter. I haven't used this in a while, so. Teresa with Jeremiah Dreams. She is more of a fine artist, and she popped in here, and that's what we were talking about, is the difference in, you know, my stuff's all whimsical, and, you know, you do not need to be perfect. You can just paint and have fun. Hers is really beautiful. You know, definitely she takes her time and she gets everything perfect. And I can't paint like that, and she can't paint loosey-goosey. So it's just kind of funny. But I said we're all different, and there's a place for all of us. Just like crafters, you know, we watch them, and some of them use kind of the same products. That's okay. You know, I think a lot of it, you just watch them because you kind of become friends and you enjoy hanging out there. We hope. I got a little blob here I'm trying to deal with, guys. Hold on. There. Y'all see the glitter? I don't know if it'll show up. It's such a small little tiny bit of it. Now I'm going to clean up my little chalk line here. I'm just taking a clean... Oh, y'all, I had an eyelash. I swear, I bet that's the eyelash that was bothering me. I just had an eyelash on it. It's got to be what I've been feeling. Do y'all see that? Look. Do y'all see it? That's the culprit right there. That's hilarious. Okay. Now I'm going to do a quick highlight with white. So I'm just going to take that detail brush and a little bit of white. You saw it, Arlene? Isn't that funny? I should be good now. Getting that out. Maybe it's not the mascara, so maybe it really was truly an eyelash and just... Okay, I'm going to take a little white and kind of give it, you know, just a rough outline. I don't like it to be perfect, so I just kind of... You see what I'm doing. Just kind of quickly do a little stroke. Like so. I'm going to do that to the ornaments. I do, this is just a little trick. I do it on the same, so you pretend that the light is coming in from wherever you want it to. So like, let's say the light's coming in this way. So it's going to be here, here, and here, rather than over here. That's where the darkest part would be. You can also take a little bit of our green and just a little bit of that white and make a lighter green. And that's what I like to use for my highlights sometimes. And just kind of go across these dark ones with that. So instead of using white, I usually do this. sometimes I use white. I guess it depends on what I'm doing. And this is just a much more subtle look. You know, it's still the same highlight effect. Like so. And let's go ahead and put a few regular white. I just do them pretty thin if I'm going to do them. Now is it kind of coming together? Remember when I said trust the process, because I know for a while it looks pretty bad. You just kind of have to wait and see. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take our, I think I just got it, well, that'll work. I'm going to take a little bit of this dark red. I actually just mixed a little bit of the, you know, the green and the red and get a little dark red and give this side of our ornament just a little shade. Just kind of brush it on, kind of a little dry brush down on the other opposite side, like so. Okay, I think that's that. And then what I would do is take our little either ribbon or jute. I always have jute. A really thin, I don't have a really thin, but a really thin red velvet would be pretty. So just pull that through. Hi, Laveda. How are you tonight? Thank you, Patty. Oh, goodness. Prayers for all of you guys that are in the storm's path. Yes, I like that. You can make sometimes I'll make a big knot down here. Let's just make a knot so that it kind of has something to sit on. I'm going to go back around and make a bigger knot because that's pretty thin jute. You guys stayed with me a long time. This is a lot longer than my usual happy hour. Aw, thank you, Deb. Listen, this is just our leftover paint, guys. So don't throw it out. You can still make something really pretty. And then I'll put another little knot right here. And then one to hang. Now this is such a large size that a lot of people would use this as decor. They'd put it, y'all, so many things that I do with things like this. You can put it, I always say this, you know where you have, because I just have a spot, a couple of them. I have spots by the light switch where you need something. You know what I mean? Like it just needs a little something. So this would be perfect for that spot. Or I'll take a big towel, you know, when you have the towel rack in your bathroom and you've got a big towel there, and then kind of gather the front part of it and then hang it over that, you know, spot. So lots of things you can do with these. So they're a great, you know, gift for people because that's what they're going to do with it. And then definitely seal it, especially if it's going to be a gift. You definitely want to seal it. It will last forever, basically, if you seal it. So DuraClear, triple thick, resin, Mod Podge even, you know, whatever you prefer for a sealer will work. Thank you guys. Thank you. Hour and a quarter. And you know, sometimes I say happy 45 because if I'm doing craft around the clock, my eye is still watering. I think I must have really irritated it. If I'm doing craft around the clock, we have 45 minutes. So thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate it. Yes, just little places like that, you know, are great to hang little things and just to give a little gift to somebody. And You know, if you need something to go with it, get them a little Bath and Body hand soap or something. But I mean, this is a sweet gift, so I think anybody would like to have it. Thank you guys. I really am happy that you are here tonight with me. And let's remember everybody in the path of the storm tonight and ask that it just dissipate and not be as bad as it could be. Remember to join me Saturday. Oh, guys, I hope y'all are there. I go at 9 a.m. I'm starting it off. So please, you know, come hang out. It's a 45-minute segment, so they go pretty quick. 45 minutes goes pretty quick. This is wood, Jeanette, just a wood round. But you could absolutely, I had a canvas sitting here because I couldn't decide. So you could totally paint this on, this is a 6x6 canvas. Look how cute that would be. Just on a little canvas. But I did do the round because I just think these are great for gifts. I just love these. So send ornament to Kim. Send ornament to Kim. Who's Kim? Brenda, you're welcome. Thank you, guys. Who's Kim? I feel like I should know Kim, but I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, thank y'all for being here, and I hope to see you Saturday. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be live again tomorrow. So you guys just holler at me if you need anything. I'm watching to see. Oh, yeah, I know. That didn't look half bad, did it? I think it's the white background makes it kind of pop. So, yeah, how could we do that? I would probably just paint it on the white and then just maybe do that. I don't know. That is kind of cool, isn't it? Oh, great, Rachel. Just, yeah, watch the replay. You did? Oh, that's awesome. I hope you'll post a picture. You guys can go into the Art and Craft Showcase. That's my free group, and you can post your pictures. So if you make something or create something or paint something, go put it in there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Well, I'll let you go. Have a great night, and thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye, guys.